Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and I hope you have a great and wonderful day. Well, we have an update and an ultra date that is fine and great. So, we have this to where the father of the Chiefs kid, where, he was being labeled as a racist and all that stuff, and great, and all that. Yeah, he's been, the father just wants no apology whatsoever. He doesn't care for the apology or whatever. And good on him because they don't need an apology. They deserve an apology, but they don't need to accept it by any stretch of the imagine. And he says he won't accept the apology, which again goes to show that you have that people in Miss America just can't stand the outrageousness of it all, and that's something to be said. The fact that we have people that out in this country that are going to go out and say this type of stuff and completely lie, make a pretty much a race hustling or something, or lie about what's going on, falsely report and not even show the true fact of the matter of the case, goes to show that this is how bad this country's in, and how we have to fabricate actual racism in order for it to exist. See, guys, it's very hard to find actual racism in this country, at least from what I'm seeing. I'm not saying there is no racism in this country, because there definitely is, but it's just, people have to make up stories for racism and stuff like that, and it's just insane. Well, here's a clip of the man talking about how he's not accepting apology from the deathbed journalist.
Patriot, he's a great American, and he's a great fan, and everybody loves Holden. But Carron over at Deadspin doesn't. Bubba, would you like an apology? What would you like from Carron at Deadspin?
You know, I don't even know what to think about that. It's a little too late for that. The damage is already done. It's, worldwide. Now there's comments all over. There's, disrespect towards Native Americans and towards my family. We never in any way, shape, or form meant to disrespect any Native Americans or any tribes. The tribe we're from doesn't even wear that type of headdress. This specific headdress is a novelty piece. It's a costume piece. That's exactly what we had purchased it for and wore it for. Not in any disrespect towards any Native Americans at all. And it's been a whirlwind of comments coming even from other tribes, from tribal members. Some think it's okay, some think it's not okay. It's a 9-year-old boy supporting.
Yep. So there you have it. Now we're gonna go over something that is a little bit more of a dire situation and more scary for the great Deadspin, because it seems that the parents and everybody are essentially pissed. They're not very happy. So we're gonna go with this. The coverage of a fan's Chiefs get-up sparks outrage. Legal fallout? Not so fast. Well, again, we say that, but I'm pretty sure there is an outrage. It says legal experts weigh in on the sports site's potential liability if a defamation lawsuit is filed, and I think it's gonna go crazy here. So we have this: parents of young Chiefs fan wearing headdress threaten to sue Deadspin. Well, I guess this has gone to show that this is a problem thing here, and I have, unfortunately, a cat that is on my, laying down on my desk, that is, making things a little more difficult for work. So, we have this here. The parent of a 9-year-old Kansas City Chiefs fan threatened to sue the sports website Deadspin following the publication of an article that accused their son of racial insensitivity. The article alleged that their son, Holem Armenta, exhibited racist behavior by painting his black and red and wearing Native American headdress to a football game, which is, seems to be quite a normal thing for footballers. Now, as some people have said, it's war paint and stuff like that, and all that great fashion, which, yes, it is. No, I'm not usually a huge fan of it. I don't like a lot of stuff on my face usually all the time. I've done it once. Not the greatest thing, but, to each their own, right? In a letter obtained by a News Nation Holden's parents, Shannon and Raw Amerta hired Claire Locke, LLP, to demand a retraction and threatened further action against the author Carron J. Phillips, Deadspin, Geo Media, and Great Hill Partners. These articles posed on X and photos about Holden and his parents must be retracted immediately. It is not enough to quietly remove a tweet from X or disable the article from Deadspin's website. You must publish retractions and issue an apology to my clients with the same prominence and fanfare with which you defame them, the letter says. Claire Locke is also is the same firm that helped Dominion Voting Systems win a $787.5 million settlement against Fox News. That's not promising, but okay. Shannon Armenta posted on Facebook that her son is Native American himself, as well as his grandfather, who was serving on the Santa Ynez band of Chermish Indians. The picture of the boy was taken on November 26th at the Chiefs-Raiders game in Las Vegas. He was shown on national TV and was also videoed doing the tomahawk chop along with tens of thousands of fans in attendance. Even some Chiefs players were doing the gesture on the field. I also heard that as well, you guys could probably put it down in the comments down below if this is true or not, that there are some Chiefs fans that are not very happy about the Redskins being removed. And I can't really say I was like, against it, but I also understand that it was also stupid, because the clarification of their reasoning was because it was being racist or bad towards Redskins. I don't see how that is any remotely kind of racism at all. That's what the Indians were. They were Redskins. It made sense, and nobody took offense to it. And when you read the Redskins or heard the Redskins, the last thing I ever thought of was racism. And the only people that are going to think of racism when it comes down to that are people that are constantly and every single day thinking about racism. It's almost hilarious. When you stop thinking about racism so much, it almost becomes a blur. It almost becomes something that's non-existent until you actually see it in time, when then you start questioning yourself. So, again, it's really, really stupid. But after the image of the boy aired, Phillips, a senior writer with Deadspin, wrote the scathing article about what he called the boy's racist and disrespectful actions. And I was just kind of hilarious. I find it hard to believe that a 5-year-old, which I did say, which is a correction, is a 9-year-old, is racist. I find it really hard that children to be racist. I mean, they're children to be racist. I mean, it is possible, yes, but again, come on now, guys. It takes a lot to disrespect two groups of people at once, but on Sunday afternoon in Las Vegas, a Kansas City Chiefs fan found a way to hate black people and the Native Americans at the same time. He continued, despite their age, he thought that what they were wearing was appropriate. Well, yeah, because it was appropriate because he was also Native American, so, I mean, kind of sucks on you, to be honest. In 2020, the NFL changed the Washington Redskins name, which was started in 1933, to the Washington Commanders. The change came after Native American groups complained for years the Redskins' name was racist. I really want to know how many people were complaining about that. After the death of George Floyd in 2020, the NFL also promoted messages of equality and racial justice, yet Phillips said no one from the NFL is calling what the young boy did wrong. Exactly. And there's a clip here of this man pretty much saying just that. Take a look.
Young Kansas City Chiefs fan for wearing blackface and a native headdress at a recent game. The sports blog Deadspin wrote an article and posted that article on Twitter with the headline, "The NFL needs to speak out against Kansas City Chiefs fan in blackface and native headdress." Oh, except he wasn't doing blackface whatsoever. This is called war paint. He's at a football game. Never mind the fact that the whole other side of his face was covered in red. But the journalist who wrote this article, he doubled down on his claims. He said, "For the idiots in my mentions who are treating this as some harmless act because the other side of his face was painted red, I could make the argument that this makes it even worse." How? Keep in mind, this is the same journalist who was nominated for a literal Pulitzer Prize, which is a prize awarded for outstanding public service and achievement in American journalism. Says a lot about the state of our media in this country. Now, as far as the native headdress, I really don't see the issue. Now, I do know Native Americans that get offended by these kinds of things, and I do know Native Americans that appreciate these kinds of things and believe that their culture is being celebrated and kept alive. I mean, look at the Washington Redskins, who got their name in honor of their literal coach at the time, who was also Native American. Literal decades after the name change, Walter Wetzel, a literal Blackfoot tribal chairman in his own right, persuaded the team to drop this logo and use this logo in honor of his people. But nope, we got rid of that because some people were upset. Who am I supposed to side with? I'm probably going to side with the people that aren't playing the offended Olympics 24/7. How dare y'all try to ruin this innocent little boy's life because of y'all sick, twisted egos. I truly wish him the best.
So there you have it. Yeah, this is something that even this guy is saying is stupid. And now that you guys know more of the understanding of the Redskins' history, it kind of shows that removing the name from Redskins is actually insulting to the Redskins, insulting to the Chiefs. So it doesn't make sense. A lot of these people want to say, oh, they're for the right side of people, or for the right side of, all the minority people, right? But in reality, when they do this, they erase something that is very important to those people. They don't even know the history of what they're complaining about. These people just want to complain, get woke points, and make them feel like they're part of something when they're not. These people are disgusting, they're terrible, and they destroy everything they touch, and even the minority people. Well, that's it for the video, guys. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.
I'm disgusted by what I see in public. Even people closest to us can't be trusted, because it's algorithmic disease, the social media.